we talked about it with the molestation and all that. She's trying to escape all that stuff and not really caring about, you know, people, quote unquote, in my life to help me or try to help me because I didn't let them in. You know what I mean? And the drugs was just the mask that I used. And, it got the best of me. You know what I mean? But I'm thankful and blessed for the experience because I could share my experience with others in hopes that they'll take something that I said or hear something that I said and maybe apply just a little bit of it. Because I mean, I'm not an expert, you know, I'm still living and learning, but you know, it's just for the day I understand what I can and cannot do. And I'm gonna keep saying it. I can't get high no more because it's gonna kill me. So I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bless you. Yes, married, 7 years, just celebrated 7 years marriage, August 18th, so my wonderful wife, Angela, and, you know, just being in a relationship that's meaningful to me now, you know, it's helped me in more ways than I can count. Just the response, like my man was just saying, just the responsibility, like, you know, it's not just about me anymore. It's about me doing what I have to do to take care of my wife. She take care of my needs. You know, she feeds me. She makes sure my clothes are clean. She definitely motivates me. Definitely in my corner. So you know, I couldn't ask for a better relationship, and I couldn't ask for a better person to build a legacy and share this part of my life with. Just getting my toes cut off, just being homeless, just wanting, you know, knowing that that's not the way life is supposed to be, and just trying to figure out what I was doing wrong. Cause, you know, it got greater later, but it, you know, I know a lot of the downfall was me. You know, they say when you point your finger at a personal situation, you got to be pointing back at yourself. What was I doing to put myself in that situation? And a lot of it was just bad decisions, bad choices, and just not making the right decision for the right reason. You know, being selfish. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I thank you for sharing some real situations. A lot of people can't be open about this. And a lot of us go through this. Someone else, it reminds me of a book. Anyone ever read Eat, Pray, Love? It was about a female, but it was similar because she went through the same things. And a lot of us, you know, there are a lot of stresses that goes along with raising a family, being responsible, right? So I appreciate the openness in terms of talking about this, and it's a measurement of true maturity. And I think it's important, right? Because a lot of people are down on themselves about making bad decisions. And I like what he said earlier about carrying the baggage. I think it's really important for people to have great lives, to unpack the baggage, right? Get it out of the suitcase, leave it, forgive yourself on it, and move on.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it's written that if it don't kill you, it definitely makes you stronger.
Absolutely.
And I'm stronger today because a lot of growing up and maturing, you know, I'm learning still today. I'm not perfect. I'm not how I used to be, but I'm still working towards being the best me that I can be. I'm just doing what God telling me to do. You know, I'm following His lead and just being honest, like that right there. Just being honest about.
Yes, so refreshing.
I got a problem. You know, just I think that's another pitfall that people fall in. You know, find themselves in. You know, you down and you look at them like, how did I get here? Because you're not honest. You're hiding something. You're not being honest about. Like, it wasn't until I said I got a problem, and let me figure out what I have to do to get the help that I need for me. It wasn't about my kids. It wasn't about my kids' mothers. It wasn't about my mother, my sister, my brother. It was about me. Because at the end of the day, I was suffering. I was dealing with depression, in and out of mental hospitals, in and out of rehabs. Just not having relationships that was worth living for. You know, I tried to commit suicide. Even in the NBA, I tried to commit suicide. I don't tell too many people that. But that's another reason why I got cut. I tried to commit suicide. Of course, it didn't work. And the Jazzers got tired of situations I kept putting myself in, and as a team, you know, you're a reflection of your team. So I was living in at a level of dysfunction that they couldn't, they didn't want to support anymore, and they got rid of me. So I mean, I lived, I learned. You know, it took me years to just get to this point. You know, 10 years clean, that's not a lot of time, but it's precious to me because I couldn't get 10 minutes clean. I couldn't get 10 seconds clean. And just to get 10 years, 4 months or whatever, and still, you know, when I leave here, I'm not going to get high. I'm going to try to sell these books. You know, I'm going to try to stay positive. You know, it's a struggle, but I mean, it's worth it because I know where I've been. I know I was homeless at one time. You know, like I said, when I look at my foot, it's just a reminder of the hell that I came out of, and you know, God pulled me from, and now I'm Superman today. You know, that's why I wore this T-shirt.
Awesome. Does anyone? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, no.
Does anyone have any more questions?